Americans aren't just visiting Malaysia anymore. They're retiring here, and not just for a season. From California, Texas, even New York, people are leaving behind everything they know to begin again in a country many of their neighbors back home never even considered. So why Malaysia? In the US, retirement has become stressful. Savings don't stretch, groceries rise every month, and healthcare can drain entire life earnings. Many older Americans quietly admit that the future feels uncertain. But in Malaysia, that same future feels possible again. What they once spent on a small apartment in Florida now covers a spacious condo with ocean views in Penang or Johor Bahru. Meals are fresh, affordable, and full of flavor. Healthcare is modern, reliable, and costs a fraction of what it does back home. To Americans, it feels almost unbelievable. But here's what surprises them most: it isn't the lower bills that make them stay. It's the people. Back home, many felt invisible as they grew older. In Malaysia, they're noticed. A vendor greets them as uncle or auntie. Neighbors wave. Strangers smile. Respect for age and wisdom is still part of everyday life. And for someone who hasn't felt that in years, it's priceless. Retirees often say Malaysia reminds them of how America used to be: slower, kinder, more connected. Mornings start with kopi at the local stall. Afternoons drift by with time to walk, talk, and breathe. And when festivals arrive, Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Deepavali, the streets explode with music, food, and open doors. Americans are amazed at being welcomed so quickly into a culture not their own. For Malaysians, this is simply normal life. And let's not forget healthcare. Private hospitals are clean, professional, and staffed by doctors often trained in the UK or Australia. Costs can be as little as 1/10 of what Americans pay. That means peace of mind in a stage of life where health matters most. Many say that alone makes the move worth it. Then there are the little gestures that stay with them forever. One retiree told of dropping his wallet at a roadside stall. Before he could bend down, a young man picked it up, smiled, and said, "You okay, uncle?" In that small moment, he realized he'd found what money can't buy: dignity, respect, and community. Of course, Malaysia has challenges. There's traffic, heat, and paperwork. But compared to loneliness, stress, and debt back home, those feel like small prices to pay. Many Americans even say they feel younger here. They walk more, eat better, laugh more. It doesn't feel like life winding down, it feels like a second chapter beginning. And here's the bigger picture. While much of the world is racing faster every year, Malaysia holds on to something rare: balance. A way of life where community still matters, where family ties run deep, and where age is seen not as a burden but as wisdom. That's why Malaysians should feel proud. The very values they live by, the ones they might take for granted, are what Americans travel across the world to find. So the question is, if Americans are discovering this, how long until more people follow? Malaysia doesn't need to shout to prove itself. It simply shows, through everyday kindness and culture, that sometimes less really is more. Less rush, less stress, yet more peace, more respect, more life. And maybe that's exactly what the world has been searching for.